Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? The week's been going fast, hasn't it? I am Shannon Morrison, if you've not met me yet, and I come in here this month. I'm coming here live at 7 a.m. my time and 5 a.m. Pacific and 8 o'clock, right? Eastern time. So I am so excited to be here. And this is an interesting topic. Amanda and I have actually done a workshop on this not very long ago. It seems like it wasn't very long ago. It's probably been months now. But this is an interesting topic. But first, as people pop on the live, I would love to know what you started your day with, or how you start your day. Some of you might not be out of bed yet, and that's perfectly fine. Put hashtag replay in the replay. But I have really tried to up my game of how I do my intention in the morning and how I do the intention of my day. And friends, I have a physical planner and I love my physical planner. I tend to have my planner or my calendar on 3 or 4 devices at all times, just to make sure I don't forget anything. Maybe that's just my life and the craziness that I have created my own dang self, right? But I have a passion planner. If you guys have never heard of it, it's pretty cool. But every single week, it gives me so much to journal or to take in or to write down. And I know that we're all entrepreneurs, we're mamas, we're in relationship, we're just trying to do our thing in all the things. And I love how it starts my day. The first thing it does, it gives me an idea of, like, on Monday, how to start my week. What is my focus of my week? And then it has a spot to put good things that have happened. If you guys did book club, you guys are already thinking about holding a rock to or saying to yourself the best thing that happened today. So I at least have 7 things written down, right? And then it gives me an intention or a thought of the day, of the week, basically. So this week's, I put it in the description of this live, but the intention of this week is, it isn't what we say or what we think that defines us, but it's actually what we do. And this is by Jane Austen. And so it gives you an idea of, like, a little bit going deeper, and it gives you an idea of, do something today that your future self will thank you for. So what is it that you can do today that tomorrow self is like, thank you for doing that? So today, I will just put myself out there. Today, I moved my body a little bit. I'm in a new program, and it is without a doubt the longest, most intensive program I've ever done, which enables me to have to sit. Don't have to sit, I guess. I have to be in one spot and be on camera on Zoom, fully alert for 12 hours in a row. We did get a dinner break. Don't worry, these guys are very nice humans. We did get a dinner break, but we were working. Okay. And so we got some breaks in there, and I really didn't move my body very much. And so this morning, I came into this lovely space and I moved my body. I shook, I danced to some good songs. I stretched out, did a little bit of yoga practice and stretched out. And I'm going to thank myself later. I am assuming that it would even be a thank you for today. And then I did my gratitude right after I made myself some coffee. Do you guys get inspiration for your coffee cups? You might not be able to see this. It says mom sleep. It's like normal sleep, but without the sleep. Does anybody resonate? Even the dads out there, you guys. I think there's like certain times in life as a parent that you just don't sleep. And I feel like I have a newborn kid again, because my youngest child is like, I guess she just turned 19. But I still feel like I don't sleep. I don't know. Anyway, okay. So back to the love languages. I can't see any comments. So if you guys come on, just put hashtag replay or ask me questions in the chat because I wanted to pull up my love languages. Who took the quiz? Okay. Take the quiz. I put it in the comments. It's super easy, super quick, doesn't even really take a lot of mind power. So if it is early for you this morning, don't worry. It is super simple. So take that quiz. The reason that I encourage you to take the quiz is because it's really good to know in relationship. Doesn't mean you have to have a significant other. It just really means that it's really how you do relationships well. It's how you appreciate other people. It's how you like to be appreciated, right? And so it's goes to the fact that what I feel is how you show up for other people is how you show up for yourself. And so in relationship, this is kind of an interesting conversation. So I will let you guys know mine. And then I want to like go a little bit deeper. I want to go a little bit deeper on you guys this morning. I know it's Wednesday morning. I know it's early. Shannon's in the house. Not sorry. Okay. But I'm calling myself out first. All right. So my number one, the first two are really close. My number one is physical touch, and it's 33%. And I feel like this has changed. I don't feel like my physical touch. So this could be like in different times in your life, your love languages are going to change. And side note, this is a book as well. There is a book that goes with this. If you haven't read that, it is on Audible as well, but it is a short read in a physical copy. The next one is quality time, and that's 27% for me. Words of affirmation is a third by 20%. Acts of service and receiving gifts is the last. And this is interesting because I really feel like acts of service was top before. The last time I took this quiz, I am almost sure that acts of service was first and physical touch was second. And so I probably have shifted or created a different space for myself and in relationship. So physical touch, that could be anything, right? In this quiz, if you haven't taken the quiz yet, it could be like holding hands. It could be somebody giving you a hug. It could be sitting close to somebody. It doesn't necessarily have to be sex. Okay. The next one, quality time, is my child. I feel like my child, and this is going to be like in all relationships, right? My child's love language is quality time. If you spend time with her, if you sit without being on your phone and you watch a movie and you spend quality time with her, that is how she runs best. That's how she understands or how she feels loved, is if people are spending time with her. Words of affirmation are really giving you kudos, explaining or offering a compliment. Oh my gosh, your hair looks really cute today. Oh my goodness, this cake is delicious. Oh my gosh, the best meal I've had all month. Thank you so much, right? Or, oh my gosh, I love this painting, right? If you give somebody kudos for something that they did, created, or you guys, do you stand in line at the grocery line? I mean, let's just talk about Walmart again, right? It was a conversation last week. If you were in the grocery store, it is a place that people tend to not be their happiest. It tends to be the place that people are a little more stressed out. And there's a lot of people around. I always give somebody a compliment in the grocery store. Always. Whether it's be like, oh my gosh, your bag is so cute. Where did you get it? And they'll be like, oh my God, I haven't had this. It's just so, they'll tell you where you got it. Cause girls, we're instant sellers, right? If we like something, we're gonna be like, absolutely, I got this on sale at blah, 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 right? So I always give somebody a compliment. First of all, it makes them smile. Smiling is free. You're giving somebody else some love and some gratitude, and you're going to be pouring into yourself. It feels good on both ends. Okay. So words of affirmation are just that riffing back and forth of gratitude and sending love out and gifting that love or that admiration of somebody else's ability. Acts of service. and I feel like this was or I know it was my first one before. Acts of service is really like somebody else mows your lawn for you. Somebody does the dishes. Somebody holds the door open for you. It doesn't have to be a huge deal. Somebody does something to take off of your plate, right? A responsibility that you have, or that you feel that you have, that you no longer have to do because somebody else took care of it for you. Whether it be like going to the grocery store, getting the groceries, running errands for you, going to the mailbox and taking your bills to the mailbox, or mailing something for you, making a phone call for you in real time, covering your ass when you have an intensive training. Like, all these things are acts of service. And I so appreciate humans that do something to tell that takes something off of my plate. Absolutely. It just feels really good when my dishes get done. Okay. I'm just saying, I love acts of service. Okay. Then lastly is receiving gifts. This is actually only 7%. And I think there's an emotional attachment to this. And I wanted to talk about that. So receiving gifts doesn't have to be like, I got a new car today for my husband, like it could be something absolutely little. It could be a flower. It could be you went for a walk and your best friend picked you a flower off of when you're walking, or your neighbor brought you over a warm plate of cookies, or maybe you did get a gift for an anniversary, or just because you're that amazing, maybe you got a gift. Maybe somebody takes you out to supper, or brings you a coffee at work. This is like receiving gifts, right? And so why do you think your number 1 and your number 5 are where they are? When you think about your number 1 and 5, do you think about something in your childhood? Do you think about a time in your life when this didn't feel good, or if there was an interesting perspective, right? Or it doesn't have to be trauma. I'm just saying, like, receiving gifts for me in my mind is I did something wrong and I got a gift because there was some sort of negativity, right? Or it was a power play, or I'm like, what did you do? Did anybody ever ask that to your significant other, or your boyfriend or your girlfriend? You'd be like, what? All right, what'd you do? I mean, who gets a dozen roses on July 4th? I mean, maybe if it's your birthday or anniversary. There's a lot of reasons on July 4th. That's probably a bad day. October 12th. So like, there was always a reason I got a gift. Like, so if I got in an argument with my parent, I got a gift afterwards because they felt bad. So it was more like I did something wrong and I feel bad, so I'm going to give you a gift for it. And so that doesn't feel good to me. It doesn't light me on fire. It doesn't feel like love to me. Remember that intention. It's not what you do or what you say, it's how you act that really defines the person that you are. So physical touch. And this could go back into safety and security, right? I think physical touch for me has probably moved into number 1 because I feel safe and secure and supported now, right? That has been a journey in my life that I didn't really like PDA. I really didn't feel comfortable holding hands. I didn't really feel, it was just not something that I did because I felt uncomfortable. It's like a stirring in my heart. I'm just like, oh, like I need space. I feel claustrophobic. Get the away from me, right? And now I'm like, my bubble has shortened. Maybe that's not a good thing, but my bubble has gotten a little bit closer to my core. My bubble used to be like, this is a really good space for me. Like, I like you there. Thank you so much. My bubble is a little bit closer now in this time of life. Quality time. I feel like this is number 2 for people because or maybe it's high on yours. It's high on mine because it feels good that people take the time, because what is our most valuable resource right now? I feel like it's time. I feel like life is always running us. I feel like we put 72 things on our plate. And then if we don't have 72 things on our plate, do you feel like you forgot something? Or do you feel like you're missing out? Or do you feel like you're like, holy crap, like I shouldn't have this much time on my hands? because it's a valuable resource. And if somebody actually takes the time to spend with you, even if it's Zoom, you guys, or takes the time even to come see you physically, to come give you that hug, to come give you something or share their something with you, that is amazing. And that fills your cup, right? So we talked a little bit about how to fill your cup, not just to the top, how to fill your cup to overflowing so that you can pour into somebody else. And you can only pour into somebody else if your cup is not like my coffee right now, it's 3/4. Right? I cannot pour into somebody else's cup right now because it's gonna deplete my cup, right? So think about, just for today or maybe future, what connects you to your significant other? Do you know what their love language is? I mean, you guys can take the quiz. It's super easy, super fast. But think about if you can even understand, or you can even conceive of what it could possibly be without even taking the quiz. Some of you might know. I would love you to put it in the comments below if you know your significant others or your best friends or people that you spend the most time with, your kids, what their love language is. I really feel like I think I know what everybody's is. I know Tim's is physical touch and quality time as well. My youngest is absolutely quality time. My oldest, I would say physical touch, because that girl's a hugger. And probably my middle child probably as well, physical touch and probably receiving gifts. And she's a hugger as well. And so that is amazing to me. And I don't know if you guys know the power of hugs. I mean, some of you have probably hugged a tree. I just hugged a tree this last week. And the energy you get from that, putting your third eye chakra, your heart chakra on a human and breathing in, or even your heart chakra, breathing in and getting connected with that energy and that breath is absolutely phenomenal for your emotional health. The longer the hug, the better the quality. The longer the hug, the bigger emotional release. The longer the hug, it's going to make you and that other person have a freaking awesome day. All right. I don't know. I would really like to know your guys' love languages. This is kind of a fun little kind of test, but it is like how you can get connected to your friends, your family, your kids, your significant other, and even how you can get connected with your business partners. So if you have a team of people, if you work closely with other people in your office, or you have a board of directors, or you work in collaboration on an event, knowing your partner's love languages, what lights them on fire, what makes them feel appreciated, is going to even make them more appreciated when you are thinking of them, right? That thought process is going to make them feel loved and help them mastermind along with you even more and even better, because they feel that connection. And what we as humans want and need and strive for is to be heard and to feel connected. We're humans. Remember, to be heard and to feel connected and to be understood even, right? But really, really just resonate and connect today. With that intention, put in the comments below if you enjoyed this, or if you have questions, or if you took the quiz. I would love to know what the order of your love languages are. You guys have an amazing, amazing day. I will check the comments now. Happy Wednesday. Have a phenomenal, phenomenal week. We'll see you next Wednesday.